Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne.
Good morning, welcome to Twixmas. It is the 27th today, it's Sunday, and I'm going to try and catch up with my 12 days of Christmases, which I believe the first one is Christmas Day, so that was Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so I theoretically have 3 today. So my first one is A Very Movie Christmas, which has come in this lovely box from Bumbling Yarns. So this is what it's looking like. So I need 1, 2 and 3. Oh, 1. That's very solid. 2. And 3. Let's close that up. So this is all based on Christmas movies, I believe. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Cotton-headed ninny muggins. So that's from Elf. Look at that. That's pretty. Well, that's going in my Christmas blanket. And a little bit of chocolate. So this is number 2. Got a lolly this time. Miracle on 34th Street. Christmas isn't just a day, it's a frame of mind. That's pretty too. And number 3 is Love Actually. It seems to me that love is everywhere. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. And there's a balm in this one. Peppermint. I love her balms. I love having these in every project bag. And as you know, I have a few. So that was Laura's, who's a Lonely Knitter's Crafter Balm and Bumbling Yarns 12 Days of Christmas. That's that one. Let's put that to one side. Playing a game of gender here. So next up is the 12 Days of Christmas Charity Selection Box, which is from Giddy Yarns, or arranged by Giddy Yarns. It's got all sorts of yarn dyers in there. And it comes in this lovely box with little parcels in it. So, day 1 is my lovely friend Kelly. And this is Nana's Fruit Cream, which is pretty, and undressing itself, being a naughty mini. That was Les Family Yarn. This is going to be something different. Oh, number 2. Is Nora George. That's pretty. Ferrero Rocher. I like the ball bands. That's cool. And number 3. I'm rushing through these a little bit. I'll take a bit more time during the week when I do these on a daily basis. I am playing catch up. And number 3 is Chromatic Yarns. And this is Sour Gummy Whim, or Warm, W-Y-R-M. That's bright. It's good light here today. Following the storm last night. So that was the 12 Days of Christmas Charity Selection box. That's cool. We've got a nice day here now after the storm last night, but it fair raged last night. It was proper going for it at one point. I was woken up a few times by bangs and crashes, but we got away lightly. We've got no damage at all. I believe there is a fair bit of flooding and damage across the country today, so I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Right, so number 3 is the lovely Ellie, which is Craft House Magic. And, ooh, there's a little extra. Thank you, Ellie. No, this is Dress You Up. That's pretty. It's ironically, Dress You Up is undressing. That's pretty. Right, so I need 1. That's 3. That's 2. And that's 1. So I've got 1, 2 and 3. Packages look like. Really pretty. And oh, I like the love the little stitch marker with this. That's pretty. And then it's got this gorgeous pink yarn. That was number 1. I'll put the numbers under 1 for the moment. This is number 2. Also pink and very pretty. And sparkly. I'm loving these colours. This is probably heading towards my northeasterly. And number 3 is a rose. So pretty. Very sparkly too. I don't know whether you had the choice of bases, because if it does, I think I must have chose the sparkle base. But it's lovely. So pretty. So I think this set will end up in my northeasterly, which is something else I just want to kind of pick up and knit on now. Next up, I am going to go through my Christmas presents and pull out my yarny ones. And then I need to put my advents away that I've got so that they don't end up all over the lounge, which is where they are at the moment. So I'm going to put these away now, and then I'm going to go through my yarny, all my Christmas presents, pull out my yarny ones and show you. And then I've also got 2 Christmas Eve boxes that I didn't get round to opening on Christmas Eve because the panto. So they're sitting under the tree, so I want to do those as well. And also I'd like to talk to you about Waldingham Panto. Now Waldingham Panto is a big part of our lives. Meg has been in Panto for about 5 years now. I think this is the 6th year. And it's something that's become a real Christmas tradition for us, with the girls taking part. Katie works behind the scenes. She does a lot of the permissions and looking after the children. She does all the safeguarding, and she is the head chaperone. So as a family, we're very involved, and this year Charlie was going to be involved too, but obviously due to circumstances we've not been able to put on an actual production. However, there is an online panto. It's very short, it's about 20 minutes, but it's our regular cast and the kids putting together towards the night before Christmas. There will be a link below this video. Also, there is a link to a crowdfunding page, which is our charity page to raise funds to cover the cost of the panto and to donate to the Lily Foundation. All the details of the Lily Foundation, and hopefully if I've worked it out, there will be a logo here, can be found on the link below the video. As you can appreciate, it's been a very hard year for everybody, but in particular charities. the fundraising that you normally do for charities is just not happening. The village fetes, the round table, all the things where you would normally donate and you wouldn't even really notice you're donating, are not happening, and therefore these charities are beginning to struggle. I very rarely do this on my podcast. I may promote other people's charities, but I don't tend to promote my own. If you've enjoyed my videos, if you enjoy seeing me, I would be really, really grateful, even if it's just a share of this video, if it's a share on your Instagram of my post about the panto. Please do at least go and watch it. It's 20 minutes. It's funny. Video editing, yours truly. Go and give it a watch and have fun. And if you feel that you can, even if it's just £1, please donate to the charity. I've got family wandering past as I'm doing this now. Get to the important bit and I get interrupted. I'm coming in too. Well, as Reese is in there, I can't imagine why you wouldn't be able to. Oh, every time I get serious, I get interrupted. But yeah, even if it's just £1, if you can donate, I would be so grateful. They've got I think it's £1,000 total, so it's not huge, but if you can manage to help out, I would be really, really grateful. If not, at least go enjoy the panto. It's a laugh. I mean, it's a real laugh. The cheap panto dames, the real ones, not the fake ones, are our regular guys, and they are absolutely hysterical, and the kids are just cute. So yeah, go check it out. And my daughter is not in it. Meg is not in it. But she did all the music and the part of the choreography and the directing for it. And Katie did pretty much everything else. She kind of arranged all the Zoom meetings, coordinated and all sorts. So yeah, go check it out. I would be really, really grateful. And if you do, if you can share it, if you enjoy it, stick it on your Instagram, that would be fab. So you don't actually have to spend any money to do it, but if you could just promote it, that would be brilliant. Thank you. Right, I'm going to clear up and then I'm going to sort advents next, I think, which I'll put on a time lapse, and then I'm going to sort presents. I'm going to do it that way around because the advents are in front of the presents and I need to clear one to get to the other. I also need to change my camera battery. I better do that as well. Right, see you in a minute. I am going to attempt to go through this basket of goodies, which are my yarny prezzies this year. However, disclaimer, the sun's in my eyes, my family are home and high. I mean, they're not really high, they're just very, very excitable. Hubby is due back from his bike ride at any point amongst all of this, so it's going to be interesting. So first of all is the basket itself, which was a present from hubby, which I love. I wanted a basket that I can take outside in the summer, or keep projects in the winter, I guess. And this is from the Basket Room, and it's beautiful baskets hand woven by women in rural Africa using traditional weaving techniques. They are on Instagram and Revelry, but I'm going to show you the code so you can see it. I really, really like it.
You know what you should do with it, Sharon?
Like I said, my family are interrupting today. What should I do with it, Reese? So, trying to show you my presents take 3. So I think we've done the Basket Room, which is where my basket came from. They're on Instagram. Please do check them out. So it's my lovely basket, which is going to be holding projects in the winter and in the house, and then it's my summer basket to take everything outside. So I'm just going to dive into this because everything's in a different order. I've got a pile of journaling bits. So this packet's from my friend Leanne. It was part of the advent calendar. That was from my friend Kelly. And there's other bits from Ali and all sorts in there. So that I'm keeping out to one side. The girls bought me a, that's got cool, a Taffety Mouse handmade patchwork drawstring project bag. So that's Taffety Mouse's label. It's so pretty. So this is a present from Katie, Charlie and Maggie, which I really love. It's got pockets inside, if I can show you. There we go. And what you can see there is a little lavender bag. The attention to detail, and it's attached to a tea bag. The attention to detail with this is so pretty. So that's that's the bag. And then the next one, it was a present from the lovely Sherry of the Ollie and Bella podcast. And there was some stitch markers. Who are you even swearing at?
Did you hear what she said?
No!
Sorry.
Oh! You're exhausting. I thought you'd left.
Katie's car's battery's dead.
No!
So I've come back for my keys.
Why is Katie's car's battery dead?
The light was on.
Oops.
And the back light was on, so at some points, I don't know. I mean, it hasn't moved for days, so. Huh?
You're going to need to jump. Have you got jump? We must have jump leads somewhere amongst the
We'll do it
family.
later. That's taking Charlie's car.
This is the problem with not driving. I don't know my keys are.
Your keys are over here, aren't they, on this on the chair? Or are they not on the chair somewhere?
Nice. Thank you. Let's go.
Please do disappear.
I just swore it, Sharon.
Take 9 million, so it was 266,000. You know. Anyway, so my next present is from the lovely Cherie of the Ollie and Bella podcast, and some lovely stitch markers. But we all know I like a gnome. Oh, isn't this fab? I adore this bag. It's so lovely. Christmas gnomes. Thank you so much, Cherie. I have messaged her and said thank you. It's got this beautiful Christmas lining as well. Oh, I love it. So that is going to be perfect next year for my Christmas socks. And I love it. Unless I decide to cast on another pair of Christmas socks very shortly, because I really liked that Sherry Iris yarn, and it's still yelling at me in my ear to cast it on. And then my next project bag, I absolutely adore this. This is from my lovely friend Kelly of Low Family Yarn, and it is hand woven. This bit's hand woven. I love this. And then it's huge, so it's going to be absolutely perfect, and I love it. I love the fact that Kelly's woven it, and I just love the feel of the woven stuff. Every time I feel something like this, I'm like, I really want to get my loom out and learn how to use it. Maybe I should make 2021 the year I actually learn how to use my loom. In fact, Sophie of the Spring Snowflake, I believe, is getting one too, so maybe we should learn together. But yes, that's my project bag from my lovely friend Kelly, and I absolutely adore it. I've got a few other bits and pieces as well. These are not coming out in any form of order whatsoever. I got Making Winter, which I love this book. Amazon did one of those, we think you might like this things, and I'm like, oh, I think you might be right. So I asked for this, and Charlie got this for me for Christmas. Bless her. I haven't had a proper look through yet, but I really like it, and I really like how step by step it is for making all sorts of things, like handmade firelighters. A lot of it's crochet, which I'm not the greatest crocheter, but I'd have a go as well, and it's got a step by step how to do it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I really like it. So pretty. So that's Making Winter by Emma Mitchell. And it's got all sorts of projects. That's the back. Next up, I got some minis from my lovely friend Jenny, who is Woolly Goodness. And she also did this fab, isn't that lovely, tree decoration in little English paper piecing hexagons. That's such a good idea. I really like that idea. It's got felt on the back, so I'm going to hang that on the tree in a minute. And then these are minis that Jenny thought might go in my Christmas blanket, and she's quite right, they would. Especially as I'm now going to have to make two. So yeah, I love those. So they're the minis for my Christmas blanket. This was a present that came with an order. The girls did an order with Jules of So Sweet Violet, and she very kindly sent a little pin with it, which is great. Thank you for that. And then there was some stitch markers. So again, this is Katie, Charlie and Maggie. I mean, somewhat mummy led, I have to say, but I've got some stitch markers. It's a little bunny. I adore this flower wreath. That's so pretty. There's a little strawberry, and that's an actual stitch marker as opposed to a progress keeper. And then there's a sparkly flower stitch marker too. They're really pretty. So I've sort of sent ideas to the girls for what I would like, and that's kind of what they got. And then there's this one as well. I think this might have been a thank you. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's pretty. So that's the flower, but as a stitch marker. Oh, thank you, Jules. I'm going to have to message her and thank her, because that's the problem with things that are Christmas presents. There's quite a gap, isn't there, between when you buy them. Now this little package came from Ali, who is a viewer of the podcast and a friend. They do indeed have a bum too. I'm nothing out reading this, Ali. Sheep, because we're talking about sheep boxes and not Google and not to Google sheep. Plus, I love that they have a bum too. They do. Look, that's the front. And that's the back. They're brilliant. Thank you, Ellie. That's really funny. Rainbow, because everybody needs one. I love that. Why is it when you do this, podcasters, they always turn around, don't they? Oh, it's so pretty. Gemini, because you are a Gemini. I am indeed. Thank you very much. I shall save this for my birthday. Whatever my birthday cast on is. Oh, I love these. These are so pretty. Bobbins, because they were cute, your colours, and your new stitching hobby. Yes, lovely. Thank you. They're so cute. I really like those. Oh, thank you, Ellie. As you can tell, I hadn't quite got around to opening all of those. I'm enjoying going through all this now. Ooh. So that was Annie, who's Alley Cat. That's out of an advent yesterday. There was a bee needle cozy, which is So Sweet Violet, which again was from the girls. Ooh. That was my stitch markers from Elf's Stitches yesterday. Now this, I totally blame Ellie from Craft House Magic, but it seems like such a good idea. It is a needle threader. So I am looking forward to using this. I will give it a go. Anything that makes threading needles easier is a win by me. So they've got this little fella from Ali. Isn't that lovely? I absolutely adore him. I mean, you know, he's just absolutely fantastic. And I mean, he's been called Gandalf because the girls took one look at him and went, "It's Gandalf." So he is in fact Gandalf. But he is absolutely fabulous. You are so clever, Ali. I'd love to be able to make something like this. Not in a million, but it is really lovely. Thank you. Got some stitch markers. These are from Jenny, who is really goodness, who very kindly also gave me some not stitch markers. These are in fact progress keepers. So there is a star, it's the same sheep, and with a bottom. A ladybird. I of course love anything ladybird, and an owl. So thank you so much, Jenny. They're so cute. I can't believe it's been 3 hours since I put my washing machine on. I spent 3 hours playing with yarn. That's good, isn't it? So I've got a West Green Loft Yarn Christmas sock set. And that's got a little Christmas tree progress keeper in with it. This is the yarn, which is Christmas 2020. Very pretty. It's got plain, well, it's a sort of a creamy colour almost, mini with it. So that's got the pinks, sort of pinky red speckles. And it also had a candle. That's the little sock set. And that was from Katie. Then I had some really pretty self-striping yarn from the lovely Lone, who is a Lonely Sock Lady, with this beautiful purple mini. I love this, and I love the colours in this. So I definitely want to cast this one on quickly too. I just want to do all the knitting. These are minis from Ali, who is Ali Cat. This one is from Ruffles Yarn and is not quite Christmas, which I quite like. So that'll go in my Christmas blanket. This one is a cotton yarn that Ali dyed herself, but is not colour fast, so can't be washed. So I'm going to make a bowl with it. That was my idea with that one. And then this is the little mini that Ali dyed with daffodils. So she called it Daffodil Kisses, speckled with Kool-Aid. Really clever. So they're really pretty. Thank you for those, Ali. Then I've got this lovely yarn, which is from my lovely friend Sherry, who's Sherry Iris, who I absolutely adore, and this is my own yarn. She's dyed this for me and she's called it Sharon, which is so sweet of her, bless her. I love it. So me colours. I cannot wait. So this is another one. But I did look at this and go, this would go really, really well with the robin and become a top, but I think I've got to make my own socks, haven't I, out of the yarn with my name on it. So that might very well go in my Ollie and Bella bag and may become a pair of socks sooner rather than later. But I love it. And then I've got, this is the Advent skein from Elderflower Stitches. My cat decided to sleep on this a little while ago, so I've just managed to rescue it. I popped it in the basket. Now the rest of this, I don't know what you've seen and what you haven't seen. So I think you've seen these two. This is all Dandelion and Dogwood. So that was a Bottle Brush Christmas Tree mini set, and that was the Fairy Lights sock set that I bought. And then that's the one that came in my Advent yesterday, and these are the two the girls bought me. So I've got Skating at the Palace and Christmas Cocktails. So I thought they could all go together and become an ED t-shirt for the spring, because I think they would make a fantastic EDT because they're such good colours. I really like this, so pretty. We've got Brenda's Boudoir, which is part of the Agatha Christie Advent Calendar. We've got Skating at the Palace, which was one of the Dandelion and Dogwood Christmas colourways. I think that was from last year. And then we've got Christmas Cocktails. I love this. I love the speckled of, which, I mean, I would love to make socks out of these too. And I think they're all on, so that's an 80-20. That's an 80-20, and that's an 80-20. That makes my life a little bit easier. So they're all on the same sock base. So I'm thinking they would make the perfect EDT. And I think I can do it with 3 skeins of sock yarn. I think that works. I need to double check it. But I love it. So that's my yarny Christmas prezzies that I got. The only other thing I wanted to show you were the 2 Christmas Eve boxes, but I'm not going to get around to doing that today now because it is already 1 o'clock, and I would quite like to do some knitting now. I want to cast on that scarf, so I'm going to go and look at doing that now. So I'm going to pop these all back in my basket and cast on the scarf. I can't wait. So many lovely prezzies. Right, I'm going to get on with that because hopefully I've got a Zoom call later. So yeah, hope you're all okay. I don't know whether I'll have anything more today. I may not talk to you anymore. Hopefully there'll be some other clips and things. I'm sure the cats will provide us with some form of entertainment at some point, if not the kids.
into like a playroom, like a couple of bunk beds.
No, a second ago
so you
he
get
was saying-
ready for the grandkids. You know?
He was like, what's that room in...
Yeah, no, okay, I got that one. We're not going down that route.
Yeah, no, you put a couple of bunk beds.
That's already been
in,
recorded.
some toys, you know, like a tent. You know, you get
There's 2 rooms upstairs we can do that with.
then the kids got to go upstairs. You know?
Army tents.
You don't want them falling down the stairs.
You know the car mats? The town
Like the
mats?
car mats.
Okay, can I just say, yes. What would be better, grandkids upstairs sleeping next to where we sleep, or grandkids down here in a totally different part of the house where they can get up and run riot? So no, they can go upstairs.
It's okay where it goes, and it's not with me.
But this is your own children you're talking about.
Well, yeah, if they were here, they're here for a reason. Like, a bit of time, that's it, isn't it?
Well, so you make more grandkids.
There you go. Practice.
Why are you boiling a kettle? You were leaving.
I'm doing the candle thing. You know, the bottom of the candle gets stuck in the thingy, and you pour it in the...
But you were leaving. I was going to have a gap between you going and Ian coming in where I could record this.
Oh, yeah, literally. Look, there we are. You know what I'm doing, didn't you? Putting the...
Yes, you're melting wax. I know what you're doing. Just confused as to why you're melting wax now.
Oh, because it takes ages. I've already got a bit out.
Yay. What's that from?
Candles, we've been using the candles.
The candles.
It's the Yankee candles.
Oh, right, okay. So that's out of the bottom of the Yankee Candle.
The water brings it up, and then it dries. And then what you're supposed to do is take all of your bits like that, put them in, and wick through it.
Or if you buy something like I've got, which I want to try and get another one of in the bathroom, just put that on the top. It'd be exactly the same as a wax melt, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll do that instead. That's a good idea.
Lot easier.
I'll buy one.
Fancy got bags in it.
Yeah. Because I noticed somebody gave you a load of tea lights for Christmas. I was like, oh, that would be ideal for in there. I've got to buy another one.
You?
No, I didn't get that. I don't know. That must have been Katie got you the tea lights.
See, no, it's
The little candles.
not me, it's Katie.
Oh, it was Katie, was it?
Yeah, it might have been. Well, it must be.
I just assumed everything was you. You got a mask.
I do have a mask. Right, let's go. I'm gonna get.